Hey, what's up everybody? ForneverWorld here today to do my review of Bleach chapter 472. And this chapter, I gotta say, was much better than last week's. Mostly due to the fact that the chapter kind of focuses more on a battle that is a lot more intense and just overall better. The Tsukishima versus Byakuya stuff. Rukia and Ruruka is finally done. And it was a little bit weird the way the fight ended, to be honest with you. There was some text on the side of the page that said something like, alone, the truth. Ruruka disappears, leaving the truth behind, or something like that, and Rukia falls on the ground. I don't know why he chose to say that. It'll probably connect later on, but it just felt real weird exactly what happened. We don't know, and I was kind of a little on the fence about that. I thought it should have been like, some crazy climax to it, not just she disappears and we'll see what happens later. I wanted to see Rukia kick butt, to be honest with you. So out of all the Fullbringer fights, to be honest with you, that was my most disappointed one. I was disappointed in that one the most because Rukia, first of all, I guess it's kind of a little more of a preference. That's one of my favorite characters, so I wanted to see her come back and be a beast and, destroy Ruruka. That was certainly not the case, and, could have been handled differently. Okay, so I was like disappointed with that. However, the Tsukishima and Byakuya I think is a lot more impressive. And people will say, Byakuya is getting trolled. Tsukishima shouldn't be doing all of this, but I think it's actually a lot better the way it is. And let's just say Byakuya comes in peace, because then what will be the whole point of everything? Like if just all the villains just get destroyed in one hit. Yeah, we want to see the captains just strive and immediately annihilate them. But I think the way it's doing it, it kind of makes it more intense and more interesting, more hopeless. Like that's one of the things I always think makes a fight really great, when the character is like, it's hopeless. How can they win? Or it kind of feels that way. And, hopefully they'll come out on top afterwards. Kind of like, in a Dragon Ball Z, they're like power level 24,000 trying to defeat Frieza at 1,000,000. Stuff like that really makes it intriguing. And, making Byakuya and Tsukishima kind of a little leveled, because Tsukishima is like trolling in this chapter. He's like, I know everything about you. I know your Shikai, I know your Bankai. He knows what he's gonna do, supposedly. He's like, I trained you and such. And Byakuya is like, he's letting him talk or whatever. And, Tsukishima got him here and there, but at the end of the day, and this is a spoiler, so, spoiler alert, Byakuya comes out on top. And I believe this chapter ends the mark of the whole fight between them. Basically, Byakuya at the end, after he kind of gets a little messed up, you see his arm is all bloody and everything, because Tsukishima knows quite a bit about his Bankai and Shikai form, etc. He cracks his sword, actually, but Byakuya basically plunges his arm, with I believe the petals around his arm, through Tsukishima, and Byakuya says, I enjoyed this fight, and the chapter ends. And I thought that was actually, it balances it out. For the people that wanted to see Byakuya beast him, at the end, he kind of kills him. I don't want to say kill him, because we don't know if he's precisely dead or not, but it seems that way, with an epic, the way he just did it on some crazy stuff. I thought that was done pretty well, but at the same time, it gave it a challenge. Byakuya kind of had to figure this out. How am I going to do this? What am I going to do? And I thought that made it a lot more interesting than just Byakuya coming, and just annihilating everything. I thought it was done well. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was done well. I thought if it would have been like, Byakuya's OP, Tsukishima's nothing, I would have kind of been disappointed. Like, what's the point then? It would have been like the Ruruka and Rukia fight. I was disappointed with that. That was, like, in my opinion, the worst fight of all the Fullbringers, and probably this whole arc, to be honest with you. It was just done wrong. Granted, they want to make Ruruka some redemption. They want to have her probably go to the good side eventually, or die on the good side, etc. But I just think it was done wrong. But this fight, I think, was done correctly. It was staged well, gave Byakuya some, challenge, and at the end of the day, he still came out on top. I wanted to see a little bit of Ichigo's fight, but, it wasn't shown in this chapter at all. And, again, the whole Rukia ending was really weird. Decent chapter because of the Byakuya versus Tsukishima. I thought that was really good. The Rukia and Ruruka stuff I just think was kind of lame, to be honest with you, but it balances it out with this pretty awesome fight. I thought it was a pretty awesome fight. Not epic, proportions, anything like that, but it was pretty awesome. But let me know what you thought of the chapter. Did you enjoy it? What do you think of the whole Tsukishima versus Byakuya fight? Do you think it was done well? Would you have preferred to see Byakuya just come in you know, whip him down? Or do you think it was done pretty nicely, you know, gave it a little bit of a challenge, and then he comes out on top or whatever, you know? Just your overall thoughts of the chapter. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Etc. But that's all I have for you guys today. I'm ForneverWorld. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and thumbs up if you thought the fight between Byakuya and Tsukishima was pretty interesting. But that's all I have, and have an awesome day, people.